Hello again and welcome back to my channel. I finally filled out my first and kind of my main art journal, and so I thought I would show it off. So let's just get started. I started this journal years and years ago at our local scrapbook store. There's just was this class started where we explored different mixed medias and different products at the store that were kind of mixed media. So that's kind of how this journal starts. We've got this page, same kind of page background, then obviously October, Halloween themed. This one kind of never got finished. I was going to do more with the story of that's the blanket of this child that he ate. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Some more fall and Thanksgiving themed pages. I really like how this watercolor turned out when painting her. Again, I really like how coloring in this stamp turned out. And this was just exploration of a new paint product. I don't remember the product name, but essentially this doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. It's like a smooth paint that doesn't make touching it feel weird at all. So we just played with colors and stuff. And this one was so fun, and obviously looks so fun because who doesn't love some metallic paints? And I made him like a cool little hipster. And I just love this one. This one is so fun and so mishmashed and lots of different stuff on top of things. It's so fun. This one turned out really good too. This one has a lot of stencils done with using ink stuff over it to do the stencils in, and it turned out really good to make this sort of ocean stuff. Her hair did not turn out as cool as I wanted. It kind of turned muddy, unfortunately. There's this dog one where we put paint in gesso. This one turned out really good. I like how this one turned out a lot more stencils and stuff, and kind of making it cool and Halloweeny. Obviously this girl's Harley Quinn inspired. Then we've got zombie / Joker inspired, and then just normal with some blood, because you know, Halloween. Then I had extra dogs, and I did this one because I made them all weird colored. A garden themed page. And then there's this one. Ooh, this one was fun. These rust paints were really cool. They were just these rust paints. First we put grit paste or something on it to make this has the texture on it, but then we used these rust paints to make it all rusty looking, and it turned out so good. And this background turned out great too. I love this one. It's one of my favorite pages. Then I started putting blank pages in between because this book is real thick already. Another Halloween one. This was a lot of sprays. There's these distress sprays that you can spray, and it creates this kind of look. So there's green, orange, and purple in there. Then of course we embossed some letters. This was a snowy one. I don't have any particular feelings towards this one. Oops, I accidentally skipped a page. And then I started getting more into collage recently. So this is one based for my Tokyo Disneyland trip. So I even wrote a little bit here, put my tickets in, put a photo. Then when I was there, I got a bunch of not really sticky notes, but kind of sticky note stuff related. I obviously cut up the map, and then I put, using Distress Oxide ink in a stencil, I did little stars on it. And this one turned out great. And then this is for Tokyo Disney Sea, which is the other park there. Drew some stuff for it. Did the blue Distress Oxide stuff, but then also cut out some more stars myself to make them a little bolder there. And yeah, I like this page too. random planning page. And this one turned out so good. This one is dedicated to Rose Tico and Kelly Marie Tran. I did sort of a black blue sort of background, and then I had found this glitter paint and painted that all over, and also used this glitter, like, I don't know, stuff to rub on to outline them, which didn't turn out super great, but it turned out okay. And then obviously my white paint pen to go in and put the stars, and then, you know, I collaged and stuff using some fun rose background paper and some white background paper to outline specific ones, and it turned out so good. Like, I love this. And then I decided to continue with some Star Wars ladies and did Rey here. And with this one I went with a more simple look. That turned out nice. And then I did Ahsoka Tano, my absolute favorite. She is amazing. And yeah, did some stencil work, black background, and did the whole, like, you know, splatter paint with white to put a little bit there. And took my paint pen and outlined some stuff, and it turned out great. And then this one is just in general a Japan page where I took my rail pass because beautiful little cherry blossoms, and essentially there's a lot of cherry blossom involved with this one. And I have these cute stickers, and this is actually the background sort of thing that the stickers came with, and you know, it's a little Japan map, and it turned out great here. And then this one is inspired by the new movie Emma. I just felt like I had to write something and make a little page for it after I saw it, so this is kind of inspired by, the background's inspired by some of the walls in the movie, and then I just have a lot of sort of English garden stuff taken from an English garden magazine, because that's the magazines my mom likes. So I've been stealing them after she's done reading them, and it turned out nice. And then this is a random page inspired by that Remy meme where he's like smells the soup after Linguini puts stuff in it and like nearly gags and like throws up almost. And so I just had to do it because I was just in a meme inspired mode. So I drew that and then did the, you know, the scene from when he's tasting food sort of mixed with it. This is an Animal Crossing inspired page, obviously, because I'm totally into Animal Crossing and I had to do one. This is another Japan inspired page. This is inspired more by my trip, my half the trip where I was in Okinawa. Though a lot of these are temples in Japan, but these are obviously photos from the tournament I participated in. And this is one of the like entrance tickets that we had. I tore it up and put it in there and did sort of a red background, but also took some distress ink and sort of made it messier, and then painted these little koi fish on there because I felt like the background needed a little something more, but something simple that kind of fades into the background. And this one is inspired by everything that's going on right now. And I think, oh damn, it got all over itself. Whatever. That kind of happens. It didn't turn out as nice as I wanted it. I wanted to do a spray background, but I didn't want them to be super bright. And so all I had was like a brown, you know, sort of antique linen colored spray in gold. And it ended up a lot muddier than I wanted because my only other options were a bright orange and neon green, and that wasn't going to work. So I wanted the background to be more plain and the photos and the collage aspect to stand out more. So yeah, this one didn't turn out perfect, but I hope the message comes across. These are obviously peaceful protests, and we have John Boyega and some flowers and stuff. And then this is obviously the reaction by many police forces to these peaceful protests, which has not been a good reaction at all. So yeah, that's the end of my art journal that I've had for like literally years. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want like me to show off my next art journal once I fill it up, or if you want to see anything more of my art. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see y'all real soon.